All right, what is going on, Patriots fans? This is Jace back with another Mock Draft Monday here on the Patriots Draft Podcast. Guys, I've done like 14 mock drafts. Most of them have been pretty serious, trying to hit on different prospects, different ways I could see the Patriots going. We're within a month of the NFL draft, so I'm going to start doing a couple of fun ones just to spice it up a little. Different scenarios that kind of dictate what I do. And then also, I'm obviously going to have, once it gets closer to draft, what I think is going to happen and what I would do if I was the Patriots GM. So, of course, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this mock draft. And then, of course, make sure you turn the notification bell on so next time that we go live or we upload a video, you know instantly. So, appreciate all the support, and let's get right into this mock draft. Are you tired of trying to find the best deals on tickets to your favorite events, concert, and games? Then SeatGeek is the answer. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. You can find the best deals thanks to their app and website showing you what prices are good and bad. And now you can use code PATRIOTSDRIVE for $20 off your purchase. So go ahead and get those tickets you've been eyeing because you don't want to miss out. Okay, so jumping right into this mock draft, I mentioned it, guys. I'm going to be doing something different. So I'm going to have different kind of fun, unique ways just for the last couple months because it's been so serious. So I kind of need, I've hit on every prospect, every player I like. So this is going to give me another way to hit on more of those guys, but also do it in a fun, unique way. So today I made the rules are the Patriots had to trade every single pick. Now, this is only a 5-round mock draft because there was so much trading. I could have gone into it. So I did a 5-round mock draft. The Patriots had to trade every single pick they had for a different pick. So how that works is the Patriots could not take a single pick of what they have of their own. They had to trade a pick with someone, and then they could select there. So you can see there's a lot of trades right here. So I'm going to jump right into it. The first trade I had the Patriots making, guys, I have the Giants coming up. I have the Giants taking Jaden Daniels or Drake May at pick 3. Obviously, Arizona stays there and goes quarterback there unless someone does trade up. But in this scenario, I have the Patriots just trading down. Now, obviously, a real life trade scenario would most likely be like the Patriots getting 3 first-round picks. But because of the nature of the mock, I just went a first, a second, and a third-round pick from the Giants so I could get more picks, and that accumulated more ammo to move up or down in the draft. With that the 6th overall pick, I have JJ McCarthy going. Now, I still think Penix and Bo Nix are very close to JJ McCarthy. I know a lot of people have JJ as the 4th overall quarterback. Some might have him as 2, some might have him as 3. I still think that the tiers go Caleb Williams 1 and Drake May's in tier 1 with Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels 2, and then JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix, Michael Penix are all tier 3 for me. I would take JJ McCarthy. No way would I take him this high in the draft. No way would I take him with a 3rd overall pick. No way would I take him in the top 10, even if we were to trade down. Okay. And I get what everyone likes about JJ McCarthy. He's young. He's a winner. He's a competitor. He has all the intangibles, but you have not consistently seen him drop back and have to make NFL type throws play after play after play. Can he do it? Yes, he showed that he can. But every once in a while, he's really good at play actions. He's really good if the team is set up around him. He had a great offensive line, a great run game, and that set up a bunch of different passing opportunities. So I get why people like him. Like, I think JJ McCarthy's a fun quarterback. If he was available at pick 34, I would be way more inclined to say, hey, take Marvin Harrison Jr. there and take JJ McCarthy at pick 34. But that's probably not going to happen. Here you have him going 6th overall just to make it fun. I've talked about pretty much all the quarterbacks except for JJ McCarthy in depth. So he was the 11th highest graded passer in the college football last year, 87.9. He had the 9th intermediate grade, 16th deep grade, and then, he was top 25 when he had no pressure. He's got good arm strength. Okay. He had a 71% completion percentage, which was top 4th. He also had a really good team around. I know I said this. It sounds weird because it's comparing him to the Niners. I feel like he needs a Niners type team around him. I don't know if he can shoulder the load like I see guys like Jaden Daniels or Drake May or Caleb Williams be able to do. That's why I don't know if he's worthy of top 10 pick. He ran a 4.23 20-yard shuttle, very quick, very elusive laterally, which is why people like him. They think that he can scramble like that. And he ran a 6.82 3-cone, which was in the 90th percentile. 6'3", 219, a little bit bigger weight-wise, and looks a little bit stronger than a guy like Jaden Daniels, who's 6'4", 210. I just, it's hard for me to want JJ McCarthy, over some of the other guys. I would much rather sit and take a chance at Bo Nix or Michael Penix in the late round, which is probably where they're going to go, than take a guy like JJ McCarthy. Maybe some of you love JJ McCarthy, where I'm more wishy-washy on him. Again, really good mobility. He probably adds the second most mobility in this class, maybe, or probably, I'm going to say he's the third. Mobility-wise, it's probably Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, JJ McCarthy, and then I really believe Drake May can run. Like, it's not discrediting any of those guys' mobility. This is better than most classes we've seen, but it's there. So the decision-making is a little questionable, kind of like Bo Nix. And then, like I mentioned, like, not the best arm. He has a good enough arm. It's better than Jaden Daniels over the middle in my mind, but it's not, Drake May, Caleb Williams type of arm. So interesting little scenario here. Patriots trading down just 3 spots, getting still a quarterback of the future, a lot higher than I would feel comfortable, but at least they get one. So let me know your thoughts on that. All right. So since the Patriots were able to trade back a couple spots and get an extra first, second, and third, I now have the Patriots giving up their original second-round pick and third-round pick. So picks 34 and pick 68 to move back into the first round and take a tackle, right? If you have a guy like JJ McCarthy, he's going to need a year to develop. So you can't throw him in this offense right now. So you still got to get elite talent to build this team. So I have the Patriots trading up for offensive tackle Amarius Mims. He's out of Georgia. This guy's a monster. Okay, he measured in 6'8", 340 pounds, 36 and a quarter inch arms, and 11 and a quarter inch hand size. He ran a 5.07 in the 40. He jumped 9'3" on the broad jump. Very explosive. He's taken most of his snaps at right tackle at the University of Georgia the last 3 years. Now, again, this is a guy who's probably a top 10 pick with his size and stuff, but he's been hurt a lot. So that's another huge question, is can he stay healthy? Athletically and what he does size-wise, probably one of the most fascinating prospects. He also said in the combine that he's taken throughout his time at Georgia on practice, 60% of his practice snaps came at right tackle, 40% came at left tackle, where he was anticipating a move to left tackle in the future. So you take a guy like this, he's been practicing, he has experience. He was the second highest graded offensive tackle in pass block efficiency, according to PFF. Really good in both gap scheme and zone. He did not allow a sack his 3 years in college football. Now, again, a lot of injuries. He only played like 700 total snaps through 3 years, but not giving up a sack in those 700 is pretty dang impressive. So, I mean, the size on this guy alone is enough to make me want to take a chance on him, because, again, I'm big on, you can't teach size, you can't teach length, and he has the intangibles to be good athletically, footwork, stuff like that. You just got to fine tune it. You got to make sure he stays on the field. So a little bit heavy footed, but he still moves well. I mean, the guy's 6'8", 340. You're going to expect, like, he's not going to move like you expect a 6'4", 280-pound offensive tackle. He can move well for 6'8", 340. So really good. It's just the inexperience, and can he stay healthy would be the question for me. Moving on. So the Patriots still have a second-round pick, right? They have that second-round pick, which this one was already traded to them as part of the first trade that we made, with the Patriots trading down to pick 6. So I have the Patriots pairing up it was J.J. McCarthy's favorite target. I have them teaming up Roman Wilson. Like, I'm a big fan of Roman Wilson. I think that he's very, very good over the middle, intermediate. He's really good. He's a really good route runner. He was JJ McCarthy's favorite target throughout college football. And so why not pair him up with him? Let's get him a guy like that. He ran a 4.39 40, which was pretty dang impressive. I thought him and Ladd McConkey impressed me the most. Guys that I really liked, probably 2 of the better route runners in this class, but you worried about their speed. Yeah, 4.39, you're not going to worry about that. He's 5'11", 185 pounds, can probably fit as a Z receiver. He's not going to be a true X, but he's not going to also be mainly a slot like DeMario Douglas. He's going to fit at both of those spots. I really like him. I really like taking a chance on him in the second round, probably a little bit higher than what I'd like to, but you obviously got to take a receiver. I didn't like any of the other ones. I love Ricky Pearsall, Ladd McConkey, like I mentioned, but they obviously weren't there at this spot. So let's pair up JJ's favorite teammate, or favorite option with him, and, get him a guy like that. So Really, really, really big fan of Roman Wilson. All right, with the pick in the third round, that again was traded to us by the Giants, so we can draft here. We don't have to trade out of this. Let's take a little bit of front seven help on the defensive side to beef it up. Big fan of a guy like T'Vondre Sweat, okay? 6'5", 366 pounds is what he measured at the combine. He ran a 5.27 40-yard dash, jumped 26 on the vertical and 8'2" on the broad. You don't expect a guy like this to be very explosive. Now, Jordan Davis was similar to him, and he was very explosive. That's why he was a first-round pick. But you take a guy like this who's mostly going to line up in the A or the B gap. He's going to be a two-gapping D tackle. He had 2 sacks, 3 QB hits, and 26 total pressures, which was top 10 in the country amongst interior defensive line. He had 6 batted passes, 6'5", really good at getting his arms up there, pushing the pocket interiorly. I love the idea of T'Vondre Sweat and Christian Barmore opposite of each other. I think that it excites the ever-living crap out of me. This guy was the best defensive player in college football last year. He won that award. Just what he would bring to a front seven defensively is so exciting. Not the most explosive, really good with his hands, block shedding though. Really light on his feet for 360. Like, he actually has some pretty good pass rush moves, pretty dang good play strength, like you'd expect at 366 pounds for a guy that size. So just the thought of Christian Barmore playing, as more of that pass rusher, really twitched up guy that can get to the pass rusher, but also having a guy like T'Vondre Sweat who can push the pocket just with his sheer strength, but also hold 2 gaps for linebackers to be free in the run game, really excites me. If T'Vondre Sweat's there in the third round, he might be my favorite third-round pick, even though, maybe we haven't taken a receiver, haven't taken a tackle at this point. I would love T'Vondre Sweat in the third round with the Patriots' original pick. Let's get another pass catcher for JJ McCarthy now. We could have double dipped here at receiver. Like, I wouldn't have hated it. I really like the idea of the Patriots adding a tight end. Now, again, this pick was traded. You can see the trade down there. So we traded a 4th-round pick 114, and we traded a 5th and a 6th-round pick. So we trade 2 picks there. We're able to move up just a couple spots there because originally, we have to trade our 4th-round pick, which is going to come into play in the next trade. You'll see. We don't have a young tight end to develop. I thought we were going to take one last year, knowing that the Patriots did not have Hunter Henry or Mike Gesicki under contract. You sign Austin Hooper for 2 years. You bring back Hunter Henry. You have it there for the near future, but I still want to take a young guy that can develop. I really like Ben Sinnott, 6'4", 250 pounds, probably more of a F tight end that's going to be an H tight end that's going to be sliding and doing more of the athletic stuff. Think of the Aaron Hernandez type of way that the Patriots used him when he had him. He ran a 4.68 40-yard dash. He had a 4.23 20-yard shuttle, which is very good. A 40-inch vertical jump for a tight end. That would have been the best if Theo Johnson wasn't there. 10'6" broad jump and a 6.8 2-3 cone. All of those measurements right there, or all those, the 20-yard shuttle, vert, broad, and 3 cone is in the 85th percentile or better. 40-yard dash for a 4.68 is, you kind of worry about his long speed. But again, I mentioned it. You're getting this guy to run slide routes. You're getting him to do a couple things like that. So thought he was really, really good in college football. He forced 14 missed tackles. That is the 4th most amongst tight ends. He had the 4th most deep catches amongst tight ends, which was 5th. And he also had 135 yards of contested catches, which was the 6th most. So he has the ability to go up and make plays like that. 669 yards last year, 13.9 yards per catch at the tight end position, and he had 6 total touchdowns. Like I mentioned, good athleticism, not the true 6'6", 6'7", big body tight end, but really dang good pass catcher, really good hands, really good at run after the catch. I would like him to, probably come in, play a couple games year 1, and then maybe take over an Austin Hooper role when he's on his last year in 2025. I think they need to get a tight end here just to develop, especially if you're taking a young quarterback like JJ McCarthy. Okay, I've been adamant about this one too, guys. I don't know what the Patriots' plans are with Ramondre. I don't know if they're going to want to pay him maybe what he's asking or what his value is going to be. If he has a good year where he stays healthy, he might price himself out of what the Patriots are comfortable playing, which sucks to say. I think if you add a 3-down back in the 4th round, now I love Braylon Allen, guys, 6'1", 235 pounds. He is only 20 years old come the draft. One of the youngest prospects there. Really good strength, really good vision. He rushed for 982 yards in 2023, but in 2022, 1,242 yards. In 2021, 1,258 yards. He has over 35 total he has 35 total touchdowns exactly rushing. Also adds a little bit of elements in the receiving game, over 250 career receiving yards. But this is a true three-down back, like a guy that could replace Ramondre Stevenson. Okay. He had 16 carries of 15 plus yards last year. He has a little bit of fumble issues. He had 4 fumbles, which was top 5 in running backs. Obviously, the Patriots are not going to play him and not going to trust him, and no one really will if he doesn't figure that out. But if you're going off sheer talent alone, man, this guy has it. And he has the size. He has the physicality. Wisconsin running backs have had a really good track record in the NFL. He had 682 yards after contact, and he had 3.7 yards after contact per attempt, which was 40th in the country. So, again, really elusive, forced 49 missed tackles, really big bodied back that could take over that 3-down role. He jumped a 32-inch vertical and had a 9'9" broad jump. I do not believe he had tested his 40 yet. I will confirm that, but I do not think he has. But he, shows explosiveness on the film. It's exactly what you want to see. He hits the hole hard, and runs pretty much everything you ask of him very effectively. Outside zone, inside zone, power, gap scheme, zone scheme. Could be the Ramondre Stevenson replacement. So this was a little bit of a fun mock draft, guys. Again, I'm just trying to do unique stuff, and it just gets me to talk about new players. So again, I traded every pick the Patriots had just to make it a little bit fun. You end up with a quarterback of the future, not a guy that I would take at pick 6, but I couldn't be unrealistic and take him at pick 20 because I just don't believe that's where he's going to go. I really do believe someone's going to trade up and take him. So let me know your thoughts on JJ McCarthy. If you would take him there at 6, maybe some of you like him more, like I said, but then, trading back up into the first, getting a Marius Mims, who has a tremendous upside. Also taking JJ's favorite target in Roman Wilson in the second. You get a massive interior presence at Tavondre Sweat on the D-line. You get Ben Sinnott, who can develop into a very athletic kind of Sam Laporta type tight end, in my opinion. And then a 3-down back, Braylon Allen, so you can just defer that money from Ramondre somewhere else, sign other positions of need, and develop maybe the next good Wisconsin back. You've had a ton of them. So appreciate all the support. Again, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below. Use code PatriotsDrive at SeatGeek to get your first purchase your first purchase $20 off of that. And then until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.